bar is $2. Okay, so exercise 2.4. Question 1. Yeah, and then she should not spend more than $13 on chocolate bars. What's the maximum amount that she can spend on chocolate bars then? If she can't spend more than 13. Question 1. If she can't spend more than 13, then what's the maximum that she can spend? 13. Hey, cannot spend more than 13. So she can spend 13. That is the maximum that she can spend. Okay. And they want to know what's the possible number of chocolate bars that Nancy can buy. Now obviously we know that she can possibly buy one, because one is just $2, right? And that is less than 13. She can obviously buy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can she buy 7? Cannot buy 7, right? Why cannot buy 7? Why can't she buy 7? Because 7 is more than? Okay, the cost of 7 chocolate bars is more than 13. So he calculated it's actually 14. So she was given specific instructions, she cannot spend more than 13. So 7 is out. So if we answer the question this way, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you think you can get a full marks? Do you think you can get a full marks if this is your answer? No, you cannot, because you have not shown any working. Although it is so easy that we all know that these must be the answers, right? Now, what about if we do it this way? 13 divided by 2 equals to, how much is this? 6.5. Okay. Therefore, answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How about this? Do you think you can get the full marks? Why not? Sorry? Okay, one answer, because there's no inequality in your working. Now, when you see this question in O levels, right, what do you think they are trying to get you to do? Of all the topics that you have learned in Sec 1 to Sec 5, which topic are they testing you on? Obviously, inequalities, right? They are specifically testing whether you can form an inequality. Can you do this? If you can, congratulations, you'll be able to do it. And they see that you can do it. If your working is like this, have you shown the marker that, hey, I know inequalities? Have you shown the marker that? No, you haven't. What you have just shown is, my primary school maths very good. That's not what they want, huh? Okay? So we need to show that we can form inequalities. How do we form inequalities? It is not difficult. Okay, so Sophia suggests let X be number of chocolates. Now this very first line is very straightforward. You realize that in inequalities question, every time they ask you to find something, let that something be X. That's it. They want you to find the number of chocolate bars. Let the number of chocolate bars be X. In question 2, what should his score be in paper 2? Let X be his score in paper 2. Question 3, how many $50 notes can he have? Answer, let X be number of $50 notes. You see how this works? Whatever they tell you to find, you let that be X. Okay, so the first sentence is very straightforward. Now next part, what is the number of chocolate bars? Okay, she should not spend more than $13 on chocolate bars. So I'm going to have a blank over here. I'm going to have an inequality over here. I'm going to have a blank. You can choose which blank you want to fill in first. Do you want to fill in the inequality first, or do you want to fill in the expressions first? Expressions, okay. Do you want to fill in this one first, or do you want to fill in this one first? First or second? First one? Okay. What are you going to put in the first one? 2x. What is this 2x supposed to represent? No, 2x is not number of chocolates.
Price of the number.
Price of X chocolates, correct? Each chocolate costs $2. So X chocolates will cost 2X. Okay, so this over here is the price of of X chocolates. Okay, what is the restriction? What is the rule given by the mother? Less than 13? You sure? Less than 13? Less than or equal to. Okay, this is the condition given. The amount you spend must be less than or equal to 13. Fill in the blanks. Okay, this over here, you have shown the marker. I know how to form inequalities. Then from here, very easy, right? X must be less than or equal to 13 over 2. X must be less than or equal to 6.5. I cannot buy half a chocolate. So the values will therefore be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? So do your corrections. Do it the O-level way, the secondary school way, the inequalities way, not your primary school way anymore. Huh? Okay, besides this question, what was the next one? Next question that was assigned to you? 3. Shall we do that also? What is the possible number of chocolate bars she can buy? What was your answer? What's your answer? And she can, yeah, you're not wrong. She can buy 6, but she can also buy 5, right? So there are more answers. Okay, now question number 3. So read the question. He had 6 $10 notes. Straight away, you know that's $60 already. He had some $50 notes in his wallet. They don't want to tell you how much. Total value is less than 400. That over there is an inequality. It is less than 400. So we know, hey, this is an inequality question. I must demonstrate that I know how to form an inequality. No more primary school, 400 minus $60 equals to $340. $340 divided by 50, get something. Then the point something, you go and round it off, then yeah, this is the amount. No, we are not going to do that anymore. Show them, know how to form an inequality. They want us to say how many $50 notes can Mr. Leong possibly have. So let X be number of $50 notes. Whatever they want you to find, let X be that. Then now you form the inequality, which is the key to this. Okay, inequality definitely look like this. Expression, inequality, expression. Which one do you want to fill in first? You still want to fill in expression first? Inequality sounds easier, right? Okay, let's fill in the inequality. What do you think it should be? Less than. Total value is less than 400, okay? This is easy. What else should we fill next? Left or right? Let's put in the right hand side. Something must be less than 400. Not difficult, right? Something is less than 400. What is that something on the left? What are we trying to calculate over here?
60 plus 50x.
That's the total amount of money. 60 plus 50x. Okay, where do we get the 60 from? If we don't want to skip step, it will be 6 times $10 notes. Okay, then from here, you solve for x. It's going to be less than something. So you can write down possible notes, number of notes equals to 1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
5, or still the same. Is it correct? Okay, so this is how this question is done. What is the next question assigned to you? 7. Do you want me to go through that? Question 7. Okay, question 6, generally when I mark your work, right, you already have problems with it. Yeah, question 6, no problem. Let's talk about question 7. Each brick 5 cm. Total length must be less than, or must be greater than 28 cm but less than 40 cm. So how many bricks? Let X be number of bricks. Is it difficult? No, you follow my instructions, follow my rules. It will be very manageable. So each brick 5 cm long, right? We've got X number of bricks. The total length must be greater than 28 but less than 40. Okay, let's fill in the blanks again. You want to fill in the inequality first or the expressions first? Inequality, okay. What inequality will you put based on the question? Less than 40 cm, is it? Shall we do that first? Okay. So It is less than 40 cm, like this.
Got, there's two in the
Oh, okay. Now hang on first. We've got the less than 40 cm, right? So what is the other blank that we should fill up?
A5X.
Okay, then it must be over here. 5x is less than 40. Then actually there's another condition. What did they say? Must be greater than 28. Okay, do you know how to solve this? There are two options, there are two approaches you can use. I see that many of you actually divided throughout by 5. Okay, you divide throughout by 5, you get 5 and 3 over 5 is less than x, which is less than 8. And this is your final answer, right? Alright, this is just the inequality. And then after that, you say that, oh, x can be 5, 6, or 7. Am I right? This is one way we can do it. The other way that I recommend is you still split it up. One over here, one over here. My recommendation, I say again, always split them up, then combine. Because you don't always get to do them at the same time, like this. This is simple, this is straightforward. I simply divide by 5, I get a very nice solution. But if you have x everywhere, you will not be able to do it anymore. And you may panic if you realize that you can't use this approach. So I'll do them separately. This is what I have. 28 is less than 5x. And 5x less than 40. So on this side, x is less than 8. This on this side, we've got 5 and 3/5 is less than x. So I will draw my number line again. Yeah, it's extra steps, but it will always work. So 8 is over here, 5 and 3 over 5 over here. X is supposed to be greater than 5 and 3/5. It must be on this side. X is less than 8. It must be on this side. The overlapping region over here. So my answer is x is greater than 5 and 3/5, but it is smaller than 8. Then I have my answer. X can be 6, 7, 6 and 7 only. Can? Did I give any more? 11 I don't want to do because I've gone through it already. Last one, question 13. Blah blah blah. Find the minimum number of hours such that the cost of engaging B is lower than A. What do we want X to be? Let X be what? Number of hours. Okay? Then look at the question. A charges $25 per hour. B charges $18 per hour. Oh, looks like B is cheaper. But there's a basic home visit charge of $35. Does it sound like a possible question that you will face, your parents could face? Yeah, it is a very possible question, a very possible problem. So now, definitely we know that sometimes A will be cheaper, sometimes B will be cheaper. At which point is A cheaper, at which point is B cheaper? That's what we want to find out. The X over here. So we are going to form an inequality. Because there's this keyword, oh, cost of engaging B is lower than cost of engaging A. So again, my 3 blanks. Which one do you want to fill in first? Inequality or the expressions? Okay, what's the inequality? Less than. Then? Okay, what is on the left hand side now? What is supposed to be less than what?
18x plus 25.
That is company B is less, right? So company B is going to cost me 18x plus 35. This is the cost of engaging B. I want it to be less than engaging A. How much is A going to cost? 35x. 25x. This is the cost for engaging A. Surely you can solve this by yourself. Solve for x. X minimum. So you will end up with x is greater than something. So minimum x is, get the answer. Okay? This is it for inequalities. Any questions? That's all. We won't come back to this anymore until revision time. We've covered everything for O-level inequalities. Okay? Now, congruency. What were the tests that we learned? So now we are on 3.1. 1. Okay, recap. Congruency tests. Okay, first one, what was it? SSS. Second? This one you memorize, so please memorize now.
SAS.
Okay, SAS. What else? ASA. Last one? RHS. You memorize now so that when it comes to your prelims, no, when it comes to your continual assessment, which is soon. Did I tell you the date already? Okay. When it comes to that, it is easier for you to memorize. Then after you go through one round of tests already, this is your mid-year exams. When you revise, go through it again. Easier to memorize this time. Then your prelims, go through it again. Easier to memorize. By the time it's your O level, you don't need memorize already because it's all in your head. Okay? So there are some rules that we have to note for number 2, number 3, number 4. Number 1 is easy lah. Side, all must be the same. Number 2, what do we need to take note of? Come on. Number 2, side angle side congruency test. What do we need to take note of? 2 sides, 1 angle. What is so special about that angle?
It has to be between 2 sides.
Angle must be between 2 sides. Yes. Okay, what about this one? ASA test, number 3. 2 angles and 1 side. What about the side in this case? Okay, side must be between angles. What happens if you are given this case? Okay, this is the angle, but you only got this side.
You find that angle, then 180 minus that angle.
Okay, so these 2 triangles are, I've got these 2 angles plus this side. Okay, how? Can I still use ASA? How? How do I use ASA? Zhiluo, how do I use ASA for this? All of you should be thinking. Okay, you got it right. Zhiluo, what do you think? How do I use ASA for this? Given that the side must be between 2 angles. Is the side between the 2 angles now? No, it is not. So how do I find the third angle? I've got 2 angles already. I've got this one over here. I've got this angle. How do I find the third angle? Yeah, 180 minus these 2, then I'll be able to get the third one. And then I can use my ASA again. Okay? This is a common type of question that will come out. Okay? Last one, RHS test. What is it that I need to know for this? Must have a right angle. Oh, so the R stands for right angle. What about the H over here? Hypo. So it must be the longest side. Longest side. And the S over here? Any side. Okay, question. If I give you a right angle triangle and another right angle triangle over here, then I give you that this side equal to this side equal to this side. Which test should I use to prove that they are congruent? Son, which test? Okay, Sophia says RHS, Hari says SAS. The rest? SAS? You want to change your mind? Can you use RHS here? Do you have hypotenuse? Did I say that the hypotenuse are the same? No, so cannot use RHS test. Okay, so in this case I must use SAS. Alright? Okay, what about in this case? Which test should I use? SSS, very good. Now what about okay, this case. ASA? Shufi is shaking her head. What do you think you should use? Okay, how about why cannot ASA? Because the side is not between the angles. Then what should we do? Find the other angle. So meaning this one. Okay. And what do we do after that? AS? ASA, yes. Any questions for congruency test? Do you know when to use which test already? Let's try one example before we go to similar triangles. Okay, we'll do one that Harif was doing just now. Question 11. Sorry, Uma was doing just now. Question 11. In page 51. Okay? So please try this. Right, so for question 11, I want to show that A, B, E and C, D are congruent. So I write A, B, E and triangle C, D, E are congruent. Can I write this as my first statement? Cannot. Why? Very good. You haven't proven it yet. You cannot write this as your first statement. Forget about copying down questions. In this case, you will be penalized if you write that down first. You haven't proven it yet. So don't write that. Now, I've got my triangle ABE. ABE. Draw it down exactly as what you see it is. Then it is supposed to be the same as CDE. So draw another exactly same triangle as far as you can. Label them the same way also. ABE this way. So I'll go this way. It must be C, D, and E. Go back to your diagram in the textbook. Or they say that DC has this over here. So straight away we can tell that two sides are the same. Which are the two sides that are the same? AB equals to CD. And these are the corresponding sides. I don't need to go and have a headache over, oh, is AB the corresponding side to CD, or is it AB and DC or any other thing? So from here it is given. At the back of my mind, I know that I'm comparing side already. Okay, what other information can I get from my diagram? We see that there are parallel lines over there. Vertically opposite angle. So you are considering this one and this one. Okay, these two are the same angles because they are vertically opposite, meaning this over here and this over here, right? So let's write them down. Angle AEB equals to angle CED. Reason: vertically opposite angles. What if I choose not to write down the reason? You will be penalized. You want to be penalized? Don't want. Write it down. Okay. Next, I've got one side, I've got one angle already. I need a third piece of information in order to be able to prove that they're congruent. Okay, let's try alternate angles. Which angle do you want to prove? They are the same. DCE over here equals to? If they are parallel, then okay, DCE will be the same as EAB. Okay, let us draw in these angles in our own diagram. DCE. DCE is over here. So we have shown that this angle is supposed to be the same as EAB. EAB. Oh, look, they are corresponding angles. So I can write that down already. Angle EAB is the same as angle ECD. Reason: alternate angles, parallel lines. Okay, I've got three pieces of information. I've got two angles and one side. Which test can I use? You see, by right I only need three pieces of information. Either the side, angle, right angle, hypotenuse, side. Three enough already. So I currently have three. Can I prove that they are the same? They are congruent already? Cannot. Why? Look at my diagrams. It looks like I should be using angle, side angle. Yes? I should use angle, side angle? Yeah, okay. Then which angle do I require now? This one over here, right? So how do I find these blue angles? Okay, I can use 180 minus this to get this. 180 minus this to get this. And then I would have proven that those two angles are the same. So I can use A as A. Okay, but in that case, you will need to use angle sum of triangle, right? Is there another way we can do it? Is there another way we can find the blue angles without using the sum of angle of triangle? Where are these two blue angles? EBA. EBA. Oh, okay, over here. And the other angle is EDC. EDC. Okay, this angle. We are trying to prove that these two blue angles are the same. So what is the way to prove it? Yeah, alternate angles again, isn't it? Okay. So we can say that angle EBA equals to angle EDC. Alternate angles, parallel lines. Now, I have shown that I've got an angle, which is angle A and angle C. I've got a side, which is AB and CD. I've got another angle, which is angle ABE and angle CDE. They are all the same. Which test should I use now? ASA, congruency test, triangle. According to the question, ABE is congruent to triangle. We just write it down exactly the same as the question, CDE. Okay? So all of these 4 pieces of information, which one is redundant? Which one can we not have? Vertically opposite. We did not require this actually. Okay? So 3 pieces of information will be good enough. If you included this, you are not wrong also. It's just you do extra work only without getting extra marks. Okay? Now in part B, E is the midpoint of AC. They want you to show that E is the midpoint of AC. How do we prove that this point over here is the midpoint? If they tell you it is the midpoint, what are they trying to say to you? What are they trying to tell you about AE and EC? They are the same length. Okay, they want you to prove that, they want you to show that these two have the same length. Let's go back to our triangles that we drew. AE is over here. CE is over here. Are they the same? Are they the same length? Did the question say that they are the same? No, they did not. So can you prove that they are the same? Yes or no? How? Okay, can. How? What did we just prove in part A? What did we prove in part A? The conclusion in part A. They are congruent. These two triangles are congruent. If they are congruent, the sides must be the same length, right? The angles must also be the same, isn't it? So, have we proven that AE is equals to CE? Yes, we have. In part A, we already say that, oh, these two triangles are congruent. So this is what I'm going to write in part B. Since triangle ABE is congruent to triangle CDE, since they are congruent, then the corresponding sides must be the same length. This tells me that AE must be equals to CE. AE equals to CE. They are the corresponding sides. Therefore, E is the midpoint of AC, shown. Okay, so let me give an example. This is a square. This is another square. Are they similar? Are they similar? Okay, yeah, they are similar. What about this equilateral triangle and this equilateral triangle? Are they similar? Okay, so let me just make it clearer. So they are similar. What about this circle and this circle? Similar? Okay, similar also. Now this rectangle and this rectangle, are they similar? Yes, no, or maybe? So then how do we tell whether they are similar or not? Angles? Just angle. Okay, yeah, I've got 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. So are they similar? they similar? Really? Okay, I can. Let me exaggerate. I've got 90, 90, 90, and 90. Are they similar? Obviously not, right? So is it enough to say that the angles are the same? To be similar? What makes two things similar? The scale factor, if I were to scale this down, I will get something like this. Also 90, 90, 90, 90. If I scale this circle down, I will get this. I scale this triangle down, I get another equilateral triangle. Scale a square down, I still get a square. These are now similar, okay? Let's look at all these shapes. Our human eyes, right, allows us to tell whether two shapes are similar or not, just by looking at them. Okay? But sometimes the diagrams may not be drawn to scale. Sometimes it may be a bit confusing. For example, a triangle like this and a triangle like this. Are they similar? Yes, no, or maybe? Maybe. In this case, I need to give you more information in order for you to tell whether they are similar or not. Okay? So what is the definition of similar? For triangles only, if each pair of corresponding angles are equal and each pair of corresponding sides are proportional, they are similar. Okay? So here we have two examples. Scales. You shaking, but your eyes closed. So you will sleep or not? Okay, we have two triangles. The angles are shown. Okay, we've got angles that are the same, represented by single lines, double lines, and triple lines. So we can tell which are corresponding angles. Can we also tell which are corresponding lengths? For example, AB, which is the corresponding length to AB? XY, okay. What is the corresponding length to CA? Oh, okay, very good. You are quite attentive to the way I say it. So I said CA, you reply with ZX. Okay, that's good. What is the corresponding angle to angle C? What is the corresponding angle to angle C? Z. Okay? Are you able to tell corresponding angles and sides already? Can I? Straightforward. As long as I can prove that for triangles, these three angles are the same. Their corresponding angles are the same. I've proven that they are similar. Okay? For example, can you construct a triangle? Construct triangle with the angles, let's say 45 degrees, 45 degrees, and 90 degrees. Can you construct this triangle? I never give you any length. I only give you the three angles. Can you do it? Yeah, you can. Okay, we will start with one line. Since I never say the length, right? Let it be any length we like. Okay, let's say this is the length. Then we draw in our 90 degrees. I can draw in 90 degrees if I want to. This will be 90 degrees. Then I need 45 degrees and 45 degrees, isn't it? So let's say I put my protractor over here. Oh, this is my 45 degrees. Obviously, this is going to be 45 degrees also, right? So I have my triangle. Now this could be the work of student A. The student B could have done it this way. Mr. Wong didn't say the length. Let me choose a very tiny triangle. So I draw my 90 degrees. I draw my 45 and my 45. 45 and 90. Are these two triangles similar? Yes, they are. You see that as long as the angles are the same, my triangles are similar. Okay? So this is the first one that I want to teach you. That is on page 53 of your textbook. We'll just go straight into this. Angle similarity test. So just as we had congruency test for triangles, we are now going to have similarity test. And the way we are going to express it, we're not going to write down angle similarity test. We're going to write down in words. Okay, I will explain later on. So this is what this test is telling us. Three corresponding pairs are equal, then two triangles are similar. Please, hang on. Okay, we are going to be using this. So highlight this abbreviation. This is the test we're going to use. You are not supposed to quote angle similarity test. Okay, I'll show you how later. Okay, so yeah, do not write a similarity test. Okay? Now, this is a very straightforward question. Two triangles. To prove that they are similar, all I need to do is to show that, I've got one pair of angles that are the same, BAC over here, and YXZ. They are the same. And what is the reason over here? No, what is the reason that they are the same? Given, yes. It is given to us. Okay? Then we also have another angle, ABC, XYZ. ABC, XYZ. Okay, they're talking about these angles now. They are again the same, right? And what is the reason? Given. And now they compare the third pair of angles. Again, they are the same. What is the reason? Given. I have now shown that three pairs of corresponding angles are equal. Therefore, these two triangles are similar. Okay? Go to example number 8. I'll go through this one. You just need to watch the screen. So the two triangles that are placed in different orientations. Your job is to show that triangle ABC is similar to PRQ. My approach is still the same. I'll ignore this one. I'll draw my own triangle again. I've got A, B, C over here. I want to show that it is similar to PQR. I draw the same triangle, but this time do they have to be the same size? No need. They are not congruent anymore. Whether you draw same size, bigger, smaller, I don't care. But as far as possible, try to draw it to scale. Okay? Can you tell whether this red triangle is smaller or bigger? Is the red one smaller or bigger than the blue one? So the same. Let's just pretend that this question, red is bigger, okay? If it is bigger, then just draw it bigger. So draw in the same orientation as this one. Can you see? I'm trying to draw as similar as I can. And I'll go in the same direction. A, B, C. Now I have P, R, and Q. Okay, now I want to prove that these two are similar. I'll put in the information that I have. Angle R is 30 degrees. Angle P is 105 degrees. Okay? So now, I want to prove that these two are the same. You only learn one similarity test so far. That is your three pairs of corresponding sides are the corresponding angles are the same. Do I have three pairs of corresponding angles over here? Do I have it already? Three pairs? No. How many pairs do I have? I have only one pair. This one and this one. You can tell that they are corresponding angles. So I write down first. Angle ABC equals to angle PRQ, which is 30 degrees. What is the reason? Given. Okay, I've only got one angle so far. I need to find another angle. What is the other angle you want to find? PQR. Okay, Sophia wants to find this angle. What will you be comparing it with? What will you be comparing this angle with? BCA. Okay, very good. So can I find angle PQR? Okay, so yeah, that's what I'll write down. Angle PQR equals to 180 degrees minus 105 degrees minus 30 degrees. Reason. What is the reason? Angle sum of triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 items, remember. Angle sum of triangle. Okay, and this will give me 45 degrees. What do I do with this now? Why do you want to find this right angle? Also equal to 45. So we run out angle ACB. So now we have shown that two angles are the same. What do you want to do next? Find BAC. Okay. This one. Is it? Shall we compare that one? Zhou, did Mr. Chong teach you to find all three angles? You think so? Okay. I tell you a trick, okay? Sorry, say again? Two angles enough already. But then our test says that we should use three pairs of corresponding angles. Why did Mr. Chong say 2 pairs are enough?
Because you 180 minus the rest, so you'll get the same.
Do you hear what she said? Can you all follow? Why is it that we require 3 angles to be the same, but it appears that only 2 angles are enough? Because as long as you prove that, okay, so this is what we had, 30 and 30. We have proven it already. We have proven that this is 45 and this is also 45. We have also proven this. If I prove that the bottom 2 angles are the same, what can you tell me about the last angle?
It's going to be the same.
Obviously it must be the same. What is the reason? Angle sound or triangle. So do I necessarily need to prove that 3 angles are the same? No need. Prove that 2 angles are the same is enough already. Okay, this is the trick. Now, after I have shown that these 2 angles are the same, I will conclude. I don't need all these things already. Since all, okay, let's follow the next one. Since 3 pairs of corresponding angles are equal, then triangle, what was it? ABC. ABC is similar to triangle, what was the other one? ABC, the other one is PRQ. PRQ. Done.
You won't get penalized if you don't show
Okay, wait, yes?
get penalized if you don't show
Why will you get penalized if you don't show the third angle? No, you won't be penalized because it is understood that you have the 2 angles, the third one must be the same. So this is going to be my presentation in red. Nothing more, nothing less. This is enough to give you full marks. Yes, Junior, you had a question? Same question. Anybody else? All understand already? Show that 2 angles are the same, third one confirm same, don't need to write. And I do not write angle similarity test. This is what I write. Since 3 pairs of corresponding angles are equal, therefore they are similar. No. Later on we go through some more examples, you will see why I cannot do that. Okay? So do not write that. Shall we try one example? Try it 8. Okay, this one over here. Do it yourself. Okay, I've got parallel lines. They intersect at C. The lengths are given 6, 5, X, and 8. Which angle is equal to BAC? So BAC is over here. Which angle do you think is equal to this? DEC. Okay, you are saying that this angle is the same. What is the reason? Alternate angles. There is a second part to it. Alternate angles, comma. So for A part 1, angle DEC. Alternate angles, parallel lines. Not difficult to write, There are alternate angles, interior angles, corresponding angles with parallel lines. Yeah, must. Because it happens only because there are parallel lines. Okay, so that's for part A1. Now part 2. ACB. ACB, okay, I've got an angle over here. Which angle is equal to this? Huh? Okay, DCE. Angle DCE. What is the reason? Vertically opposite angles. Got parallel lines or not? No, it doesn't involve parallel lines over here. So this is it. Okay, now part B. Name a pair of similar triangles. Give the reason for the similarity. So what do you think are the 2 triangles that are similar? Okay, so Sophia says BCE, is it? DCE. Okay. So my habit, I always do it this way. DCE. You're saying that this is similar to? What is it? DB. Oh, okay, let me draw another angle first. Another triangle. Obviously, it's going to be bigger, right? Obviously, the triangle at the bottom is bigger. Okay, so what shall we name this? A, C, B. Okay, do you all agree that these 2 are similar? Let's see, we fill in all the blanks that we have. We do know that this is 6 and this is 5. I know that AC is X. I know that BC is 8. In part 1, I also knew that DEC, DEC over here, this angle is equal to BAC. BAC. Oh, okay. What do you think now? Right? In part 1, these two angles are the same. What do you think about my drawing now? Do you want to leave it like this or do you want to swap? Let's swap. Just now you were hesitating. You were wondering whether A on this side or A on this side. Correct? So now I think it is quite clear that A has to be on that side and this must be B. Okay, let me remove all these things. So if this is my triangle now, BAC, my 8 cm will be from BC, this will be 8, this must be X. In addition, DEC, this angle is equal to BAC. BAC, okay, now do they look more correct? Okay, they are corresponding angles now. In part 2, ACB. ACB over here, this angle is equal to DCE. These two angles, they are equal. Are they corresponding angles? Yes? Okay. Have you now proven, do you have enough information to prove that these two triangles are similar? Yes, which test are you using? Three pairs of corresponding angles. Okay. So, name the pair of triangles that are similar. How do you name them? This time the question didn't tell you that prove these two are similar. You are supposed to name the triangles now. And because you followed what I said, you drew out the two triangles, I guarantee you, your naming will be correct. What are the names of the triangles? DCE is similar to triangle BCA. You will have the names correct because you go systematically this way. Okay? So since, give the reason, right? Okay. Since angle, what was it in part 1? BAC. BAC equals to angle DEC. This was found in A part 1. Right? We found it. It was not given to us. We found it. Since this is equal to this, and angle, the other angle was what? ACB. ACB equals to angle ECD. This was found in A part 2. Yeah, we found it earlier. No point doing it all over again, right? We're going to use the answer we found from the previous one. Since these two angles are the same, then I'll write, since 3 pairs of corresponding angles are equal, then my conclusion, triangle DCE is similar to triangle BCA. Get it? Okay. Now, there is a part C. Find the value of x. Okay, this value of x. This one I haven't taught you how to do it yet. But, yeah. Okay, some of you recall similar figures, they are enlarged or reduced by a fixed scale factor. Okay, so can you find the scale factor over here? Yes. What is the scale factor? Which two values will you choose to consider? 8 and 6. Okay, we consider these two values to find the scale factor. Once you know the scale factor, I'm sure you can find x based on 5. There is one way we can do it without finding scale factor. Okay, I'll teach you how. We're going to use the ratio. Actually, the 6 and this 5. How do we get a scale factor anyway? We take 8 divided by 6 or 6 divided by 5. Then depending on which one you want to compare with, then you get a scale factor, right? So we know that, use another color, 8 over 6 is supposed to be the scale factor. Okay, which is 4 over 3, which is scale factor. At the same time, because I'm comparing this one over here with this one, I should be comparing x with 5, isn't it? So x over 5 must also have the same scale factor, isn't it? Right? This must also be scale factor. Agree? Since they are the same, why not? Let's just put it this way. 8 over 6 equals to x over 5. Make sense? Yeah. So the approach is like this. This was 8. We take triangle from one side divided by its corresponding length must be equal to my unknown on the same side divided by the corresponding length on the other side. Okay? Now you have a choice. You could have done x over 5 equals to 8 over 6. You could have done 5 over x equals to 6 over 8. Which one will you prefer? 1 or 2? Which one do you prefer? Why? Both will give you the same answer. Which one do you prefer? 1?
Actually, 1. Because
What?
times.
Ah, yeah, I want to find x, right? Might as well put x in the numerator. So I multiply by 5 over here, multiply by 5, I get x straight away already. Whereas in option number 2, I still need to multiply by x on both sides, multiply by 8 on both sides, make x the subject. You will still get the same answer.
I just want to have the original.
Yeah, it's up to you to decide which one you want to be the original, which one to be the final product. Okay? As long as you're consistent. So let's use option number 1. This is my equation. X must be equals to 8 times 5 over 6, which is 20 over 3. Is that the answer? Yeah, okay, correct. 20 over 3. Okay? So that is it for the very first test. Your homework is simply try it 9 for today. Then we'll move on to the other 2 remaining tests. Then we'll finish similarity already.